Hasan Piker to go live on stream and fantasize about killing himself is very telling. We all know that Hasan is stuck with Valkyrae, someone who does not want children, especially with him, and he will die a childless, maidenless chud. And isn't that just so beautiful?
As I'm confident in my life choices and beliefs, then absolutely melting down over being lightly roasted for being a loser.
Bro, you were on the last Shoe0nHead video. I will literally with a gun if you bring that in here, okay?
As yesterday,
Insane.
Shoe0nHead's new 30-minute video of
She didn't even say anything that crazy other than Hasan's a fucking incel. And then Hasan goes live and tells people that he's going to kill himself with a shotgun.
about video games and fatherhood briefly bashed Hasan.
Well, maybe some of those children that he fucked in that brothel are pregnant. So maybe Hasan is a dad. He just doesn't know it yet.
Tiger.
To make things worse, a grown-ass man saw another grown-ass man speaking about the normal human desire to want a family and want children one day, and called him an incel. Cockroach behavior.
Together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere.
You know what's even funnier, Hasan? Being a multimillionaire, being conventionally attractive, being, you know, pretty successful, and still no one wants to have your kids. Imagine being that much of a piece of shit where you have everything that women desire and they still don't want to have your kids.
Always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care?
And I've never played on the Boston Celtics or caught a Pokemon, but I buy the same stupid game every year to pretend I do, because that's the whole point in playing.
True.
Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, it's just not something that you're gonna experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right?
First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded, and all.
Yeah, consider that Hasan constantly says, there's a genocide! There's a genocide in Gaza!
Also, very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all, what is this nihilistic horse? You never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meaning. This is the dude the media wants us to believe is going to save young men from the alt-right pipeline.
Fucking moron.
Yeah, okay. And I love how he's like,
moron.
Losers. Like, okay, congrats on the sex.
It's a lot more embarrassing. It's one thing to not be able to get sex because you're fat, out of shape, and you're broke. It's another thing to not be able to get sex when you're a multimillionaire who's conventionally attractive and owns a $3.4 million mansion in LA, and you still can't have a child. Like, you're playing life on easy difficulty and you still can't beat the first boss. Bro, Hasan, you are a loser. And that's why you ducked the fight with Sam Hyde. You ducked the fight with me, and the only person you're willing to fight is XQC.
Bro, check out this sex haver over here. I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign brothels and pay for sex like you, Hasan. Something weird about a man who could easily consensually get sex from a woman but chooses to go to a brothel. I don't know. Just saying.
Something I always thought was an unsubstantiated rumor, but since Hasan just had to open his mouth about a video game, now all of Shoe's 2 million viewers will know about this suspect past.
Yes,
also,
sir.
35? No kids?
All right, great. All right, that's perfect.
Like, I'm sorry, that just pisses me off. Like, sitting in his ugly ass $600 Gucci sweater. I swear I've never seen this guy in a fucking normal ass t-shirt. Sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind-raped that this is their reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept.
Oh, bro, I'm cackling like a goddamn goblin today, bro. Fuck, I just finished watching that video too, but Decoy has a way of just cutting it. It's so perfect. God, I love this man.
Things considered, this is really just a light roast that shouldn't have prompted a response at all, as Shoe did briefly bring up this other streamer also being against having kids.
That's Hasan's girlfriend, Decoy. Decoy doesn't know that's Hasan's girlfriend. That's why he gets so mad. Because these two people are with each other who are actively making their lives worse just for optics in the streamer space, and they will both die childless chuds.
I'm probably never having kids. I'm probably gonna play video games for the rest of my life. I'm
Definitely never having kids.
probably gonna be as hot for as long as I can, and I'm probably gonna keep making money.
And by hot, do you mean getting $1,000 makeovers every single day? Valkyrae, you're not hot. You're just good at makeup, okay? Let's relax.
Probably what's gonna happen for the next 40 years until people are just gonna keep being mad at me about it. Menopause is gonna hit me like a brick wall, but at least I will be in the bag until then. You don't want kids.
Wow, I get to make money. What's the point? What's the point? What do you need all that money for? To buy another Tamagotchi? What's the point?
I'll do it whenever I want. I don't think
I will say Valkyrae and Hasan not procreating is a big W for humankind.
I'm running out of time.
Absolute delusion.
And honestly, I don't know the difference between Pokimane and Valkyrae. Which one of them is
I can't tell which from which. That look the same.
rumored to be with Hasan, and I really couldn't care less.
Okay, it's Hasan is with Valkyrae. That's who it is. And it's not rumored, it's confirmed.
But it might just explain
Valkyrae was with It's Sunny, the World of Warcraft player, and then they broke up, and then Valkyrae dated Hasan. That is what happened.
why Hasan basically melted down over Shoe's video.
Yep.
Bro, you were on the last Shoe0nHead video. I will literally off with a gun if you bring that up in here, okay?
Spam it!
Why? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to go out, purchase a shotgun, myself in the face?
That's how you know. He's so mad, bro. He's so fucking mad. Oh my God, I love it.
Not die in the
Yeah, Pokimane is married to herself.
process, but at least lose significant chunks of my brain so I can operate at the same substandard, suboptimal IQ level that Shoe0nHead and her dumb audience operates in, so I can do a regular response to that? Is that what you want me to do?
Why would you care if someone would not want children? Oh, I don't care. But it's when Hasan and Valkyrae are actively projecting their own insecurities about not being able to have kids because they're 35 old and decrepit on everybody else to hide their own flaws, which is the fact that they both want kids, but they can't because their partner fucking sucks. That's why. It's the people who are projecting about not wanting kids who do want kids. That's the problem I have with.
Nothing says, I think she's stupid and irrelevant.
Also, cool Squirtle. Also true. Stupid and irrelevant, true.
Then going into a TISM-type tirade for multiple minutes about how little you care about her opinion that's definitely not ruining your day.
True.
I can't count how many times he and his orbiters have blasted statements I've made, but the thing about actually believing your enemies or idiots is you're not affected by idiot opinions.
Yep.
Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
So if anything, this is just evidence that Hasan knows he's on the losing side.
The compelling argument that Shoe0nHead makes, one that should have been left in the dustbin of history all the way back in 2016. Ooh, look at me. I'm an emo girl, and I changed my
He seems really unbothered, doesn't he? Man, he seems really calm and collected. Shoe0nHead, post another one. Get him, Mrs. Head, get his ass.
politics all the time. Ooh, look at me. As an emo girl, I look like that one meme on the internet.
So Shoe says you got
Bro, he's so pissed off, and he can't combat any of her claims. All he can do is insult her looks and appearance. That's it, bro.
a creepy history with
He's
buying
so mad.
overseas. But Hasan's best clapback is, remember she used to look like a meme, and then maturing in motherhood made her see the world beyond or naive?
Yep.
Bernie Sanders can save the Democrat Party beliefs?
Yep.
Hasan just looks like every emotional woman losing an argument, as actually that sums up every single Hasan stream perfectly. Emotional lady losing argument.
Why would you openly admit that you listen to Shoe0nHead in 2026, man? What the is wrong with you?
There it is.
People like Shoe0nHead are basically a humanoid version of a Reddit aggregator.
I
They
love
just
this.
spit out shit that they see on subreddits. So why the are you going there? You might as well just go to the subreddit directly and read all the commentary that they turn into video essays. Jesus Christ. What an unbearable fucking way to exist, dude. Oh, I'm getting all my politics from Shoe0nHead. Honestly,
he can't discredit her in any way. So he just has to make up random bullshit and hope that his audience believes it. Oh my God, bro. Hasan got eviscerated by Miss Head.
Good luck, dude.
Which is just pure projection at its finest. Why watch Shoe when you can just read Reddit? When it's really, why watch Hasan when you can just read Twitter while chugging soy milk for yourself?
True.
And remember, this is just because Shoe said Hasan's take on a video game was bad. But for it to hit him this hard, the whole not having kids must be really sensitive. Not just for him.
Yeah, and that's what I've been saying. And the internet has not picked up on it yet. And I swear to God, if another content creator says what I have now been saying for over 6 months, the reason why the not having kids thing is so sensitive to Hasan is because Hasan does want kids, but he's with Valkyrae, and Valkyrae does not want kids. And so he is going to stay with her for optics in the behind the scenes to get more content creator collabs, but he does want a kid, but he will never be able to. He will never be able to. And his egg quality is about to drop dramatically in the next 6 months. And it drives him insane. Plus, the other thing is, Hasan will never be able to have kids because none of his cousins are hot, and Hasan only wants to have kids if it's incestuous in nature, just like his parents did. In case you didn't know, did you know that Hasan's parents are first cousins? Little fun fact.
Specifically, but to anybody still listening to Hasan nonsense, as Shoe just proves that having your own family and finding happiness is the gateway away from these miserable socialist circles on the internet.
The first episode of my old Hellworld series was actually all about police brutality. It was all about police brutality towards innocent protesters. I was a little more ACAB-y back then. I was a little more libbed the f*** out back then. But hey, to be fair to me back then, that is what happens when you live in the sheltered suburbs of Long Island in your parents' basement versus having a kid and living in the city for 4 years.
And I think that's very fair. I will never criticize someone who is in the process of change. I don't want to hold who somebody used to be over who they're trying to be today. And I think that's very important. I do. I think that's very important. Never let the person somebody once was affect who they're trying to be today, if it is honestly with good intentions.
The police are a taxpayer-funded HR department for structural violence. They exist solely to protect the rights of private property. Yeah, we need more police. Police are good. Police are great. Give the police more guns. More guns. Give them more guns. Tanks. Tanks, even.
True.
As this isn't just a petty patter between liberal political commentators, it's Hasan's pathetic attempts to maintain relevance. As on one side, Hasan is losing his Twitch streaming audience to the Roach King. And on the other, the former normal liberals are aligning more with Shoe0nHead, where Hasan is like a Minecraft streamer. His existing audience is outgrowing him, while he's getting too old to bring in that new generation of listeners. And the saddest aspect about this is, everybody already sees it, except for him. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully you'll stay without the need for a shock collar, and you'll subscribe to Decoy.
God, Decoy is the man, bro. Such a good content creator. Like, comment, subscribe to him. Fucking amazing.